What's up, YouTube? This video is for the guys who've been training hard, but still feels like something's missing. You're putting in the work, you show up to the gym, you lift heavy, you eat decent, but the muscle is not sticking. You're not filling out like you thought you would. You don't feel solid. You feel puffy, worn down, or just plain stuck. Maybe you're chasing size, but it's coming with joint pain. Maybe you're getting stronger, but not bigger. Or maybe you're grinding out 5-6 days a week, but you don't feel built. You feel beat up. Let's talk about what the opposite of a lot of fitness influencers are talking about right now. So, if your training style is built around pain, exhaustion, and burnt out, you're not building mature muscle. You're building temporary clout. And if you want real, dense, powerful, long-lasting size, the kind of muscle that holds up at 40, 50, even 60, you got to train differently. And that's where Lee Haney comes in. This man built one of the most dominant physiques in history, the 8-time Mr. Olympia, and he did it without trashing his body. Haney did it. He didn't train to be sore. He trained to grow. He didn't chase PRs. He chased precision and progress. His number one rule, stimulate, don't annihilate. And hear me out. That one line right there changed the game for me. In this video, I'm going to break down the entire philosophy behind how Haney built solid muscle that performed and lasted. So if you're like tired of the fake advice, broken joints, and gains that disappear the second you stop training like a maniac, then this is the truth you've been missing. So Haney used to say, train like a lion, not like a rabbit. And what does that mean? It means he wasn't wasting time running around the gym trying to sweat his soul out. So he trained with precision, focused, and controlled intensity. Every rep had purpose. Every set was intentional, and every workout stimulated growth without destroying the system. He wasn't training to impress people. He wasn't training to build something, that wasn't real. He didn't chase clout. He was training to build something that lasts. That's the mind shift that most guys never make. You don't need to be in the gym 6 or 7 days a week. You need to recover. You need to feel the muscles, not just move the weight. You need to train smart enough that you can do this for decades. Now, let the clowns just chase the clout, the fatigue, soreness. You're building mature muscle that doesn't go away. So the second your schedule changes, you still look good, you still got it. That's the lion mindset. Calm, controlled, dominant. Here's where most guys get stuck, though. They train like they're building, reels, social media reels every day, all day. Chest Monday, arms days, 3 days a week, abs every time they walk past the mirror. But Haney built his physique, like a foundation, not a photo shoot. He was focused on posterior chain strength, leg development, shoulder and hip stability, core integrity, muscle balance. He wasn't just about getting big. He was about getting complete. And when I applied that, suddenly my knees stopped hurting, my pressing strength went up, my posture improved, and the gains, they started sticking. Train for symmetry, build your base, stop skipping leg days, man. You can't skip the leg days, stop skipping core work. Size without structure is trash, a bag of shit. So let's drill this one into your brain because it might save you some, your shoulders, it may save you some time, your spine, and your future. Stimulate, don't annihilate. I train 4 days a week now. I don't believe in going every set, to failure, and every session to failure. You got to leave something in the tank. And that's what Haney was doing. He knew that destroying muscle doesn't build it faster, it just delays recovery. He trained with perfect form, moderate volume, constant tension, and recovery in mind. I used to train until failure every time. I thought more pain equal more growth. But when I started holding back just a little, I started stimulating instead of annihilating. My muscle performance and size all went up. The truth is, you grow when you recover, not when you wreck yourself. And, this is my most favorite quote of all time. You can't train like a horse and eat like a bird. This means if you're lifting heavy and trying to build real mass, you better be feeding the muscle. That doesn't mean eat junk food either. It means high quality protein, eggs, beef, salmon, chicken, clean carbs, sweet potatoes, oats, rice. Definitely have to have your healthy fats in there. Avocado oil, olive oil, nuts. And you get your micronutrients from your greens, berries, and quality salt. When I up my calories with real food, man, my pumps improved, my sleep improved, my recovery was faster, and my mass finally had some density to it. And meal timing matters too. Haney would eat 5 to 6 smaller meals a day to keep his blood sugar stable and recovery on point. So ask yourself, are you eating like a man building something? Or are you starving yourself and wondering why your body won't grow? Because here's what most guys ignore. Muscles grow whenever you rest, not whenever you train. Haney slept, he walked, he took days off. He wasn't just smashing his central nervous system with max effort every session. He knew how to cycle effort and use recovery as a weapon. And what changed the game for me was walking first thing in the morning, getting that, good vitamin D, sparking your circadian rhythm, 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep. That's mandatory, man. Low stress evenings. Can't deal with the stress. Cut it out. And mobility work. You have to get the body moving, do some different things with the body. Or even, sauna on your days off. That's great. So if you're tired all the time and inflamed and not seeing progress, then your recovery is trash. Fix it and your size will follow. Lee Haney didn't build his body overnight. He wasn't trying to shock the world in 90 days. He built layer after layer of mature muscle over years, and he came out of it injury-free. That's the real flex. Anybody can get big on short-term clout and steroids, but how many guys can train hard at 50, feel good at 60, and still look like a king? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what Haney stood for, and that's what I'm chasing. And that's what I want you to chase too. So if you've been training, you've been feeling stuck and plateauing, man, this is your moment to change gears. Start thinking long term. Start thinking like a lion. Start feeding the muscle. Prioritize your sleep. Back off of the failure sets. Build a body that just doesn't look good, but feels powerful and stays that way. Drop a comment, man, if you felt this video, if it hit you. Let me know what part made you rethink how you've been training. And if you're really, really ready to fully apply, this philosophy with nutrition, mobility, testosterone support, the muscle protocols, and my full system, then check out the Built to Last protocol in the description. Because like I always say, man, longevity is built, not given, and victory loves preparation.